as it is, we have F sharp major. Then at this point, we now have F sharp minor. Fa, sol, la, 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 sol, fa, mi, mi. So F sharp major converted to F sharp minor at this point. So this is the act of theory of music, application of theory of music into our playing. It's most important that we understudy the piece we play, understudying so many things, and seeing ourselves at all time as a conductor of the organ, as a conductor of the choir, as a conductor of an orchestra, because all the gadgets we have in front of us as stops are for us. So it is now needed at a particular time to know when to call for strings, to know when to call for woodwind, to know when to call for brass-like effects, to know when to call for a percussive event when we have the 32. So sometimes 32 can give us that kind of percussive effect. So many things have happened in every piece of music we play. Please don't forget forms, because every music we play has its own structure of writing. Every piece we play has its own structure. So what I need us to hold on to so many things today, like seeing ourselves at all times we sit at the organ as organists, seeing ourselves as conductor of all the families of instruments, and then how we now have to apply, how we now have to know what to bring out, how we now have to interpret the conductor's mind, because it's most important when we play our music, we at least read the conductor's mind through his writing. And then if there is need for us to now upgrade what the conductor has written to our own taste or to the taste of the modern world, we can now like impute. So it's allowed to, because everybody has his own mind. Everybody has his own way of expressing his interest. So, but one thing will always stand, that we must have a structure, we must have a principle, we must have a culture, we must have a standard. So, and that standard is the structure that guides everything. That standard is the intensity. That standard is the temperament. That standard is our mode of whatever time we climb, we sit at the organ. We make sure we must be at our best mood. Because it's always affecting when you are not happy, when you are not in a good state of mind, when you start a service in church. It will bother the worship. So we must at all time be at our best. Our mood, our kind of seeing the atmosphere, seeing the environment, seeing the nature of what we have come to do. Because it's a big business too, as an organist. It's a very big business. It's just like the priesthood. The organ, sitting at the organ too is a kind of liturgical. It's even liturgical too, because by the time you see your choir behind or beside you, you should be happy to accompany them, because accompaniment too, as an organist, you must be at your best. You must always be at your best and always give your best to it, because it goes with mood. To me, in my own understanding, I see my music as a family. I see the music I play as part of me, and that is why I cannot let go. So I have to subdivide between the real family and my music, because my music cannot afford to go. My music cannot afford to leave me. So I sleep, I wake with my music. And I sleep, I wake with different ideas. And I sleep, I wake to be in a very good mood. So I control everything. And by God's grace, God will accomplish it, because it's our heart desire to always be in good mood. It's our heart desire to always be at our best. So please, organists, it is high time we will know what we are doing when we play our hymns. Please be at your best. Be at your best mood. Be at your best in conduct. Be at your best musically. Upgrade yourselves both in theory and general musicianship. There is more to know. There is more to know. If I see a young boy today, I learn under the young boy. In fact, we don't need to travel as traveling abroad to get knowledge anymore. We stay wherever we are. So far we have data, and the data is working. We can always work. We can always be at our best. We can always be and play and read our music, sing, be in the mood of the same way they will be at Cambridge, of the same way they will be at St. Thomas Cathedral in New York. We'll be at our best, seeing our worship wherever we are, as the way they do in St. Paul's. So that is number one. Always be at your best, because your music is your first wife. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adejola Adeosun, the Master of Music of the Cathedral. He has explained explicitly for us what we really need to know. There is a particular question here from our platform. I will quickly read the question for us, just to shed light on it, sir. Kindly shed more light on tempo and musical terms like PP, P, F, and MF. Also, talk about tempo written against hymns in church hymnal. Some priests don't understand the essence of this term, and as such speak ignorantly about the performance of the choir and organist. For instance, look at the choice of hymn like "For My Sake" and "The Gospel Go" as gradual hymn. This is a question that to answer. It means that irrespective of the choice of gradual hymn, during Holy Communion, the tempo must be moderately slow, like tempo 72, 88. Same things as communion hymn. Then lastly, please speak on the tempo for professional hymn and recessional hymn. Tempo in general, please. So someone asked that question. So
yes, when we talk of hymns, hymn playing, tempo specify that this is the actual tempo. It's not a strict idea to say this is the tempo you should use. So it is the mood of the worship. Easter season, you know, the kind of songs we sing at that time is a joyful. Even at the Trinity, it depends on the after the royal. These days, even a fun-like tempo, the trend has changed. So and as I said, it depends on the mood and the agreement you have with the conductor or the choir when you have rehearsed it. This is in a 4/4 time and can also be conducted in 2/2. So I can have. So most of the time when we conduct common time, we don't need to say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be absurd when we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4 every time, because 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. So these days, tempo markings, because the congregation we have in this modern world You see that most of the time, slow music don't even sell anymore like before. So, and then if in general, we have to follow the trend, moving away from the slower na 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 ra, ta, ra, ra, ra. But sometimes the mood of the worship can warrant you going slower. Of this will always go at all times. So it depends. We organists have so much to do to be strict on making a tempo, but you see, using the art of common time, counting in fours to make a two, counting in threes to make a 9 or 12, counting in four, 12, a 12 beats, a 12, let's say for example 12/8. You don't need to be saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count those three in one. So it makes, so that is tempo marking for us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adejola. I believe strongly that Mr. Adejola has done justice to that question. Without wasting much of our joy, and then we call it a day. Thank you so much, everybody that is listening to us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I love to play maybe a bit of can be of this nature, and then let me give us an insight of our preludes. Our preludes may not be something big. It can just be something light. So an idea of prelude. So something short is always a prelude. Something light is always a prelude.
Wow, wow, wow. An excellent performance. Thank you so much, Master of Music at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Mr. Adejola Adeosun, the maestro himself. Thank you so much, everyone that joined us. I strongly believe we all enjoyed ourselves. And on behalf of the escorts of the Fellowship of Nigerian Organists, we thank you all for joining us. And I pray God will continue to strengthen every one of us and will continue to worship in the beauty of holiness. And once again, Mr. Adejola Adeosun, we really appreciate you. And I pray God will continue to strengthen and crown all your efforts. You will continue to stay relevant. Bless you. Thank you, everyone. We'll call it a day. Thank you.